Thank goodness we're not where we used to be. That's what we're talking about today. Hi, this is Frank Buck, and this is the place to be if you want to get organized and make it look easy. Some of us remember the turnaround that Coach Lou Holtz engineered in the late 1980s at the University of Notre Dame. He took over a losing football team and in 3 years won a national championship. Holtz said during that third year, "We're not where we want to be. We're not where we need to be. But thank goodness we're not where we used to be." Well, that statement came to mind recently when an email from Google Alerts pointed me to something Amazon Music had featured, an old podcast episode of mine. I clicked and was taken to an episode released in March of 2020. I'm sharing it for two reasons. First, think about where we were at that point just 3 short years ago. And now we're back to shopping and going to concerts and athletic events and generally gathering together again, just like we used to do. And all too many of us are taking it for granted again. Yes, we're still dealing with the aftermath of 2020, and we're not where we want to be. But thinking back to 2020, thank goodness we're not where we used to be. The second reason that I mentioned this episode from the archives is that it was a message I needed to hear again myself. My call to action for you today is to go to the link that Google Alerts sent me and listen to a 5-minute episode. When the world shut down, all we had was time. In the episode entitled, "Now You Have the Time," I gave the listening audience specific suggestions that are as applicable today as they were then. So then I'd like for you to continue to listen to the next 2 segments that will automatically play after that first one. They're follow-ups to it, and in those episodes, we ask the questions, are you better and are you ready? When the good times come again. Teens of my generation remember the days when Barry Manilow was at the top of the charts. But it was June of 2020 when a song that had been released in 1989 suddenly hit number 12 on the Billboard Adult Contemporary chart. It was called "When the Good Times Come Again." If you missed that one, Google it. It's worth the listen. And in many ways, the good times have come again. It's been said that life is like an English lesson. We make the present tense and the past perfect. Nostalgia has its way of erasing yesterday's problems. This new year, 2023, offers 365 blank pages for you and for me to fill. The good times are often in the eyes of the beholders. When we read the history books and when we look at what's happening in other parts of our world today, it's just a reminder of just how good we've got it. So my message today is simple. On this January day, you and I have the gift of time, all the time there is. Every good thing that we do happens through the dimension of time, and we get to make the decisions about how we use it each and every day. As we move from day to day, ask ourselves, are you better? And when the opportunities present themselves, are you ready? Happy New Year. This has been Frank Buck, helping you get organized and make it look easy.